Whew. Let's see, I think the settings are fine. Just checking everything over here, but the volumes seem fine. And if there is one big advantage that YouTube has over Twitch, then certainly it's having the better encoders, and it just gives you more bitrate options for somebody who is not affiliate or partnered. This is so nice. I'm pretty sure I will check it out later. But since you can stream in higher bitrates here than you can on Twitch, you can probably stream a non-partnered 1440p stream without really any issue. Probably. Because on Twitch, when I do gaming streams, there are like 6K bitrate. But here, I can easily put 10K and it doesn't seem to have any problems. I will check the VOD later and also be doing some recording at the same time. Reminds me. There we go. Because I wanted to record also, just to see if my system can handle it, but I think it should be fine. And also because then I can probably cut a video out of it. Killing two birds with one stone, I guess, because I wasn't that active on YouTube content recently. Also, the same goes for TikTok. This stream, by the way, if you watch this later, this will probably not be all that long. It's mostly a test. I think it's like 30 or 60 minute stop. I don't think we will be doing much more. But yeah, either way, let's get into the Gucci and go over here, because this is actually what I was working on the last impromptu stream that I did quite a while ago, doing some line art over here. I also have another few options here, either doing this completely or doing this one completely, but I think it's fine to continue with this one. Because why not? Oh my god, start. Hey, I'm sorry. Sometimes I just need a little bit of prep time. I am sorry. Welcome, Luna JG3SI. Is that how I should call you? Or do you like a shorter form like Luna or something? Thank you for checking out the stream. Just doing a little bit of line work here with an art that I created a few weeks or even months back of my main, well, this is my main character of the manga I'm working on, but those three are very important side characters who are part of the early story. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I mean, it's the middle of the week, right? It's Tuesday. Let's see. I haven't been doing CSP for a hot minute. Let me just check really quick if my... Wait. I have to get back into the groove. I need black. Wait, I'm in the wrong... Wait, this is not the pen I wanted. I want my G pen. Let's see. This is too thin. This is way too thin. Let's have it a bit thicker. How thick is it? Probably even thicker. Yeah, you should never stop like in the middle of something, I guess. This looks accurate. I think this is fine. Yeah, so we're gonna continue going back right at this one. Zooming in. And just having a little chat, having a little bit of background music while we work on this is basically the goal for today. Not all that much different thing. Yeah, I'm still working on releasing my manga, which should come out this year, definitely. I mean, this year, even like in the next few months is basically what I'm aiming to do. I still need to work on the pages, but we will get there eventually. And I think, like I said before, I'm not rushing it. I have to be in the mood to work on it, but when I am, I'm trying to make the best out of it to get through it, to have the first chapter done. And I think I will be so happy when chapter 1 actually releases and I can finally say, hey guys, here it is. And I'm maybe I will be quite nervous to see everyone's reaction on it, but at the end of the day, I want it to be released. So whatever the critics say, I can handle. I will be able to handle it. uh, but yeah. But yeah. Zoom in a bit. I guess we can just leave the music and we will see if the VAD takes it out. But the good thing is, since I'm also recording this, if the VAD doesn't like the music, I can just change it, because I should have it on a different how do I say it, on a different music channel basically, so I could just remove it if I have to. We will see. Something I should have done earlier. But it's interesting checking all your options, checking what modern technique, modern. Oh, wait. No. Modern technology can do. Also, since I guess I wanted to have this as a video earlier this year, or also last year, at the end of last year, but I just didn't get to it. Also have recorded it. I think we can just turn this into a short session where we talk about it, because there was a subject I had in mind. I wanted to basically talk about and make a video out of it, but yeah, I just, out of different reasons, I just didn't find the time, even though I re-recorded this like 2 times, I think, because I had to, because I had a new device and didn't transfer my original data from it, so I had to create a new raw file. But yeah, what am I even talking about? So basically, I tried to have a video like weekly, on a weekly schedule, and I kind of ran out of different subjects I really wanted to talk about, and because I also like want to see what you guys want to see and to work on that, but there are like times where I hit the subject better on the head, I guess, which is more interesting, and sometimes I like had some scripted videos which didn't really go so well with you guys, and there's only so much lore I want to give you before the manga is out. So I wanted to talk about a few different things. So let's see, we can leave her as is. I think that's fine. Let's see, which one are you? This one? No, this one? Yeah, it's pretty fine. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about is promoting your art content, basically. Because like on all the social media, you have a very easy option to just click a few buttons, maybe connect a payment method, or like use a different kind of currency that the platform offers to promote the content you are creating, right? And it may be like you having a business, doing like certain things, you're selling a product, or maybe you just want to gain followers for whatever you do, right? But everybody has the option to promote their content nowadays. Usually it doesn't need that many checks, and basically that is a big thing, how those platforms also make their money, right? Through advertisements, which is fine, right? And even like, doesn't really matter how big or small you are, that is a feature those websites provide for people who want to use it, right? You're not forced to use it, and you never have to do it, right? But you can do it. And the thing is it the right thing for you is probably the question. Are you interested in promoting your content like that? If you create something that is, right? And I mean, it can be from just being a variety streamer who puts his VODs, let's say on YouTube, who may want to promote their content to have more people finding him, over to a big company who like puts out 7-digit numbers in advertising every year. And I have been working for the Facebook and Instagram ads department like a few years back. Don't let me lie, like maybe around, when was it? Like it was during and before COVID, so maybe things have changed since I stopped working there. But I do think some things do stay the same, and they can probably relate to different platforms like TikTok, YouTube, to a certain degree at least. And the thing is, like, even big companies, right? Even your Burger King, your Adidas, they pump out so much, at least back then, so much for advertising. You wouldn't even believe that they are advertising their stuff as heavy as they do, because it's like, it's Adidas, it's Burger King, everybody knows them, right? But the reality is, even though everybody knows them, they still heavily promote their content, their products, their everything, right? Because being known and still advertising, it's still another thing, right? They still want to be on the top of everything, basically. So they do heavily promote their content. When I saw what they were paying yearly for ads, it blew my mind. But I mean, I guess it makes sense. And then you may wonder, is it even worth it to promote your own product for, let's say, 20 or 30 bucks or something, when a big company is pumping out like $1 million or more to promote their products? And I mean, it really depends on what you want to achieve, because if you had some money to compare to those numbers to begin with, then you probably would be thinking different about it. But it should always be, let's say, you should always have a goal in mind why you want to spend this kind of money for your product, is probably the best thing to describe it. What I mean by that is, wait, let's put this a bit smaller for the eyes and for the ears, like for the facial. Yeah, but what I mean is, how do I say that? If you asked me this question like a year ago, I probably would have said I'm not interested in promoting. And I definitely, to this day, have not promoted my content like that. Would I do it nowadays? Well, let's say there is a maybe, but not for anything. What I mean by that is, I would not want to like promote a random, let's say, video where I do some drawing of a character of my story or something, or whoa, my display just moved. I wouldn't do that, and not about like a random lore part or something, because I think it wouldn't make much sense to promote that, basically because it's nothing I could lead people towards, right? I mean, it's more of an information video. It's if you want to put it like that, where I talk about my content, I'll show my content, but it has nothing to guide those people to. And even like, let's say, trying to get them to a Discord or something, I don't think I would promote that either, because it feels like it's lacking a real true end game. But instead, if it was something where, for example, I had the release of my manga, the first chapter, for example, that would be something I could see putting money behind to have more eyes on it. I think that could be useful, could be something. I don't know how much or something, but that would be something if I was promoting with some payments. I think that's where it would make sense, right? At least that's how I feel about it. So that would be something where it would make more sense, because then maybe the release has more eyes on it, and I mean, people would be guided to something, right? Instead of like, hey, this is my channel which you're already viewing right now, this is like my Discord where you could join. I think it's like a finished product that people then can read, can watch for free, by the way, and I think then it would make more sense. But yeah, I haven't thought about it too much, but I think that is something I could consider at some point. And I have talked to a few content creators on TikTok who do promote their content, which is definitely totally fine. And at least to my knowledge, you can't really say if a video on TikTok is being promoted or was promoted. I don't think there is any hard evidence for it, except for maybe if the numbers suddenly go viral. If you have like all the videos, let's say, reach your average peak of maybe, I don't know, 100 to 1,000 views and maybe 10 to 30 likes or something. And then suddenly you have one video where the numbers are just like, I don't know, 100,000 and like, I don't know, 10,000 likes or something. Like really, really crazy in comparison to what they score before. It just looks like either they definitely hit the algorithm or they decided to put money behind it. And again, that is fine, right? Those platforms offer it. So if that is something you want to do, there's no shame about doing it. I think it's totally fine. You should not look down on somebody who puts money behind their interest and behind their content. I think that is totally fine. It's their money. They can do with it whatever they want, right? So no problem there. But out of curiosity, I talked to a few because I asked them like straight up, hey, have you promoted? And if so, how was it for you, right? Like, was it a decent experience? Was it worth it? Because I was just generally curious, right? Because like, especially on both platforms, right, where I mostly post my clips, on YouTube and on TikTok respectfully, I do seem to have like a certain number of views and likes which I usually hit, and sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, but it feels like somewhat consistent with a slow growth, which is also very, very nice to have, by the way. I'm really happy about the steady growth there is. And of course sometimes I'm more active and sometimes I'm less, and then that also like displays in how fast we're growing. But yeah, again, that is totally fine, because like creative content, you can't really force it. I feel it's a bit different with live streaming games, I feel, because there it feels like you can more easily get into the mood. But I feel like if you create art, you have to be in the mood and you can't force it. At least that's how it is for me. So sometimes I just have a week where I go really crazy and I'm able to produce a lot. And also, I mean, it's also the time, right? If real life lets you put time behind it. But outside of that, if I'm not in the mood, I rather just sit down for the week or like for a few days, do different things, maybe play more games or stuff, and don't really focus on the art. There are those weeks. It just is what it is. And I think personally it's fine. But yeah, getting back to the point, because I kind of got sidetracked there. Where was I again? About the promotion, right? Yeah, I think it is fine. And like I said, I asked them if they felt like it was worth it, because I think it is interesting and I was at least curious. And they told me they did like the option, but it was quite expensive. I didn't ask how expensive exactly. I don't think that would be the right thing to ask. But they said it was expensive, but they felt like it's worth it. And I think that's the most important part. As long as you think it's worth it, it was your money's worth, and I think it's good, right? You should feel good about it. But then also they weren't sure if they would be promoting more. Like in the best case, of course, you promote once or maybe 2 times and you gain a lot of followers from it who hopefully stick to your content, right? Because I don't know if it would be if it would make sense to promote like every piece of content you upload to hit high numbers, but then if you stop, you suddenly are the same level as before, right? Because that's probably not what you want, because then it's just like, I don't know, tempering the numbers, but you want to have something consistent out of it, right? Even if you gain new followers, you, of course, if you keep promoting, you want to grow even faster, right? And that's also a thing why I, at least for now, I'm not interested in using it, because kinda what I want to do, right? I created the social media for my art, basically to promote the manga I'm working on. So that is already, in my eyes, is the promotion I want to have. Like my end game is not creating social media like sketches and character and call it a day. I want to have a manga ready one day, right? And having the eyes on it was my basic idea, but I don't think I have to promote it, at least as of right now. Like I said, maybe if the chapter 1 release or something is coming, that is something I could consider promoting. But creating art on the regular, uploading it and sharing it here and on the other social media is already what I consider my advertisement, right? So the question is, why should I pay even more to promote it further if this is already what I'm doing? So that's why, for me, at least as of right now, I don't think I should be putting even more or even putting money behind it. And oops, let's go like this. Yeah, because it's more of a maybe for like a bigger release, basically. But yeah, that is probably the main reason why I would not want to do it. And also, all things considered, I mean, yeah, promoting is also like taking a shortcut, which I don't really feel like I want to use, right? Because let's be real, I think anybody who promotes their content, they will probably gain a lot of attention for doing it, right? Like a lot of eyes will be on you, a lot of new people, hopefully, will be finding your content, right? But on the other hand, is this really what you want, right? Because one thing is, you can never go back from it, right? If you promoted your content once, you cannot not have your content promoted, because if that is annoying you, you can't return to the point where you haven't promoted it. Maybe that is something of interest or something relevant for you, maybe not, but you can't go back to the point. Is one thing. So you have to be absolutely sure that you want to do it at the point where you eventually do it. And while I think you would, well, in my case, I would probably gain a lot of traction, attention too. I do feel very happy with the pace we are going, right? Like, it's not, how do I say that? Because in all honesty, we started this journey with this channel, I think in the middle or in the end of August last year, and I wasn't even sure what to expect. I guess that's fine. Yeah, I wasn't even sure what to expect, right? Like I said, I did this to promote my stuff, but I never had and never would put myself to a point where I want to reach a certain number of, like, I don't know, views, subscribers, whatever, because I'm grateful for everything that we receive here, basically, right? I mean, I do look at the numbers, obviously, and I think you just naturally do, and I'm happy about like comments, views, likes, obviously, but if they don't happen, then it is what it is, right? I mean, on the other hand, I still try to like analyze the content, look at the results, and try to make it better, that more people are interested in watching it and interacting with it, obviously. But I'm not going to lose sleep over it if suddenly something is performing way less. Instead, I take it like, okay, maybe that is not the content you want to see, and I have to work on it, right? And I rather do it with my options where I don't have to promote content and just do something different and go from there instead of promoting it. So yeah, basically for me, at least as of right now, I don't see myself promoting content. Again, I'm not saying that it would be bad, it's just not for me. But when I have an actual release, I would at least consider doing it, basically. Yeah, but don't even ask me for how much or whatever, because I really don't know. Like I said, I haven't even really looked into it. Also not checked if I want to do it on one platform, on all the platforms. I don't know. As I know myself, I probably will not be doing it in the end, but you never know. But yeah, those are just my 2 cents about that, basically. But yeah, also it's like having a cheat code on. I kind of feel like that, where you can just instantly probably gain a certain number of followers doing this. But is this really what you want to really want to have a shortcut? Like I said, I'm happy with everything that you guys give to me. very happy. But yeah, I wanted to get back to the point about the content, because there was a time where I wanted to have like a weekly video, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it was like every other week or something. I also think like before September I was more active with that, but then I was like spending 4 weeks in Japan and didn't really get into the exact rhythm I had before that. But yeah, looking at the results also, of course, it's like I do want to, if I take the time to make an actual video, which is not just a short, because a short is way less time, right? I mean, one thing is I don't record every short, or no, that's not what I wanted to say. I don't prepare to have, I don't hit record for every time I open Clip Studio Paint or make a drawing on paper or something. I don't automatically record all of that, so it's a different feeling of making a video or just drawing on my own for the sake of it. It's just different, because I can't blend out that I'm recording it, because I physically have to do it. It's not an automatic process which I can just use later. I have to manually make sure that I am recording, and that's why it cannot be, I don't know, as easy as if I would just be drawing for myself, I guess. So that is always on my mind. So sometimes I just don't feel like doing it, and I also feel like it's different for me creating it live instead of like pre-creating it and just posting a picture or something, because it's always different for me, at least. Yeah, basically it's always different for me. But yeah, we finished the line work, that is something. So if we remove all of them, should be, yeah, because I would probably have it like cut here, and cut over here. We can probably put it into a frame. That makes sense. And then maybe do a bit of the coloring, but let's see how we can frame this. But yeah, it feels like having a shortcut which you may or may not want to use. And for me, at least as of right now, I don't want to have a shortcut. I'm already more happy. How do I say? I'm so happy with everything that you guys are given to me that I. No, this is not close enough. A bit closer, maybe here. Just a bit closer. Here. This looks fine. This looks fine. Just a hair's cut a bit, and then we have it like probably like this. I think this is good. So we have that in the frame. But yeah, and it's, to be honest, it's not a bad thing to, oh, by the way, I forgot a bit over here. Yeah, it's not a bad thing to take a shortcut, right? It's just, it's your personal, it's your own decision and your preference. If you want it, you can, but if you don't, nobody will force you to. So at the end of the day, as long as you're satisfied with the decision that you make, with the way you choose how you want to go about it, I think that is ultimately the best thing you can do, right? As long as it's working for you. Yeah, and don't blame yourself and don't blame anyone else if you or somebody wants to promote their content and you maybe have a different how do I say, if you have a different view on it than somebody else. That should never be important. So let's see, this is not connected. Now it is. I wonder, for the record, if I duplicate this, where is it? Here. And if I fill this, does it fill the entire background? Okay, no, it does stay in and out. Okay, this is actually good, I think. This is good. Okay, this is good. This This is good because it still respects the border, right? Because if I remove this border, then probably just making sure. Just making sure. Okay, perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted. Okay. Then I guess we're just gonna do a little bit of the coloring at this point, but not that much. Like I said, this is more of a spontaneous stream. Also, I mostly, if I stream, I mostly do like gaming streams on Twitch, and I decided that I want to have a try to have like the art being over here, because basically on YouTube is where most of the followers of mine who are interested in the art basically are. It's a platform where you followed me, right? So I should be offering the content here too. And also because of the language differences. Because if I do gameplay, it is in German. But if I do art, I want to have it in English. And then going back and forth, I think is kind of weird. And then on Twitch, I will probably just be doing it in German too, for the most part. Unless somebody who only speaks English joins the chat. So it can kind of be confusing. So that's why I think we should have a better consistency. And to do so, I decided to have it like here for the moment at least. We will see. Maybe there will be times where I want to change it up again, which I think is fine. But I want to try it like this for now. And also, like the YouTube streams, there is no schedule for them. It's just where I have the time or want to take the time to do it. I will try to have them, and if not, then basically they are not coming. Still trying to have more shorts for you, and maybe videos where I can make them. But another thing for the videos is kind of what I said is that I have to basically, I'm looking at the content, looking how it performs, and from there also checking if I have something I can and want to talk about. And if there's something, great. But if not, then basically I can't make a video. Like, I don't feel I should just make a video just for the sake of making a video, and instead making a video because I have something. Like, I'm talking about actual videos, right? Not shorts, because shorts is a bit easier. I think it's easier to just have one of like no context drawing or whatever. I think that is fine for the most part. But if I want to have an actual video, I do think I should have something what I wanted to talk about. And if I don't have that, I can't really make something that people want to engage with, right? Even if it's just a 3-minute video or something, there needs to be something I want to talk about. And I also realized I'm not really the person to like make like like schedule the entire content of the video. Like writing a script and stuff is not for me. And I tried, but it kinda didn't feel like I was doing well, and also I don't think the audience enjoyed it. So I feel like talking straight at it, having like a basic subject is nice, and I think that is what I will be going with. But that's basically it. If I have something I can talk about, I will just have like the bullet points at most and run with them, but not scheduling out the entire video, which I did like 2 times I think, and didn't really feel comfy, and I don't think it was all that interesting for the people either. So we're not doing that anymore. Also, I'm missing your colors. Still have to add them at some point, but let me look. It should be somewhere around here. Let's have a look. Nah, this is not bright enough. Nah, it's a specific color. It's hard to find it really. I could just take it from an old picture, but I don't want to. Yeah, probably have to color correct it later. Because it kinda not feels right. kinda doesn't look right. Yeah, sometimes you're just too used to use a certain color. Maybe. Nah, it's fine. That's fine. Don't feel like I want to look for it right now. But it shouldn't be that orange. And it shouldn't be so washed out. I don't know. Sometimes you just have the perfect color. And then if you have to recreate it, it's so hard. This seems to be wrong. This kinda seems to be wrong, but I roll with it for now. Yeah, but I probably have to... Yeah, that's why I shouldn't only be doing the flats for now, because then I can still correct it later. Yeah, then I can correct it later. I feel like I'm missing a line here. Oh, no. No, but you need this color over here. Okay. So having the flats for that basically, but I still feel like the vest is kinda off. Kinda. But yeah, let's go with it color for now. That's okay. I mean, if you look back at like really old traditional art from like artists from mangaka and stuff, sometimes they just have the wrong doesn't even seem nice, but sound nice, but sometimes they alternate the colors slightly, because I think if they have to like remix the color every time, then probably it just happens. It's going to happen that sometimes it's more consistent than other times. So let's see. Not quite. I think it can be a bit brighter. Kinda. More like this. No, actually more dark probably. Oh yeah, this is looking good. Yeah, come on. No. There we go. There we go. You can have the same color for now. But I'm looking forward to the day where and when we can actually have the release. Looking so forward to it, even though there are weeks where I'm more active working on it and less. It just is what it is, right? As long as I'm not forcing myself to it, I think it's fine. Okay, somewhere over here it's still open. Oh, there, I got it. Got it. Easy fix. There we go. Yeah, kind of the color is a little bit... to be honest. But you can't really mix this color so well. Kinda not hitting, kinda not working. Not really. No, that's not really working. You can't have too much of the purple. It doesn't really go with it. Not so really. It doesn't really work with it, I guess. Not that much. Oh, Bess is here. Bess, weren't you streaming just a moment ago? I just wanted to have like a really short test over here on YouTube, basically. Kind of promised it in a few days back, so I felt like I had to do it because the people over here, they don't really follow me on other social media, and I was kind of lazy on the art end recently, so I decided to have another test stream here. Also because I think last week I talked about like doing it on OBS, but I found a solution. And yeah, welcome here. I'm really happy actually that you are streaming again, because it was a rough time not having you on live stream that frequently. But I mean, I know that sometimes you just can't, right? Sometimes real life comes at you fast, and other things are also way more important. So you always have to take the time that you need and come back strong whenever you feel ready. And I think that's totally fine. That is totally fine and should be expected and respected. Well, I'm probably just gonna do the basic color for this and then just call it a day. Just slowly working on this one, I think. I do like the perspective of the picture. I do like the angle a lot, but yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But maybe it will look decent at the end. We will see. Big maybe. Big maybe. Let's continue with the flats. Darker blue is always what I imagined for him, but he could probably rock green too. Let's look at green, by the way. But I think it should be a darker green if we choose green. Actually, I think green is better. Because then he has a different color and I don't have two blue ones. Yeah, I think that is better. Have to adjust the skin and go from there. But it's a very dynamic picture, I guess. How's it going so far? You mean the artwork or do you mean the manga I'm working on? I need to have 50 pages. I scheduled 50 pages and I think I am at around page 14. And the thing is, yeah, I just need to be in the mood for it, because sometimes there are weeks where I'm way more active, and then again I have weeks where I'm going really slow, and I kind of feel sorry for the slow weeks. But I feel like with creative work, may it be music, may it be art, may it be whatever, you cannot force it, right? You have to be in the mood to do it. I think I could force myself rather to do like a gaming stream than I could do creating this, basically. So sometimes it's just easier to feel like, no, I don't wanna be drawing today, and then instead do something else. I at least I feel like that. Maybe some people can push through it easier, but I don't. Like, if I'm not in the mood to pick up like a pen, I just can't. So let's do it like this, then do it like this. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. Don't stress and take your time. Yeah, that's probably the best advice you can give, right? I mean, That's the thing, because if you just try to create it because you want to have it done, you will probably regret rushing it, and you will not be happy with the result. And to be honest, I think no matter how long it will take, I think as an artist you will never be satisfied with what you do, right? Because you yourself will probably always see the flaws, or where you feel like it could have been better, could have improved. Like if we go by that logic, you will probably never be satisfied. But on the other hand, you can still be okay with it instead of like not liking it at all. Oh, that is something I feel like cut that out, kind of weird. But yeah, I think you will always like look back at, like, if I look at my drawings, even if just a week ago or something, I always feel like it could have been better. But on the other hand, if you keep working on it, you will never even post or create anything, because you will never be accepting anything. You have to accept that you will never reach like something perfect, I think. Like, I feel when you are an artist, you could never finish something and feel like, oh yeah, this is perfect, this is exactly how I want it. Like, you can be satisfied with it, but I think you will always feel like it could have been even better. At least that's how I feel about it. Okay, I need to close something up here too. By the way, maybe one day, this is just a big maybe, because like right now I want to focus on the manga art, next to the gaming part. But maybe one day I will actually take my time to learn some coding and actually create a JRPG I really wanted to play. Maybe it's a big maybe. Like, I don't really see it happening because it would probably take me a lot of time, but I would be interested in making one. I would definitely be interesting, because like I said, this story originally I wanted it to be a game, but then I realized creating games is really hard. So I decided to draw it instead. Okay, something is open again. But not over here, not over here. There it is. Why can I not? I don't know why this is not working. We can just do this. There we go. Oh yeah, maybe. At least I had a cool idea actually recently about, if I was making a game, what I would like to do. I think it's a really cool idea. But like, you can dream much if you don't know how hard it is to create it, I think. Also, I think there's a line missing here. Yeah, but I think you can easily dream something up and be like, oh yeah, I would like to have this and this and this and this and this, as an actual game. But creating that game is not my strength. If I had somebody who could actually code, I would probably try to put myself together with that person. Maybe also invite Blue to the mix, to have him create the music, I create the art and the story, and then we need somebody who can code to make it all happen, right? That would be so cool. I mean, basically the story could be between all of them. But yeah, that would be cool, I think. Maybe one day. But yeah, I think we're not gonna do all that much more. I'm just gonna do the flat colors for here, and then leaving this. Oh my god, this is the wrong color. What is your color again? I think it's more reddish brown. I think. Maybe with blue. Yeah, exactly. If I to be honest, I think he would be totally down. I think to work on something together. But the thing is, neither him nor me can do coding. We both just can't do that. And like I said, maybe one day I decide to actually learn it. But as of right now, I don't want to invest time into it. But I would be interested in it. I think I had a really cool RPG idea of a format which could be really nice. story. I didn't think about any like new story or something. Just about the main concept, about the gameplay, I guess, and the main characters. What I had a quick, brief idea about, which I would love to put into something more serious. But maybe I can write it down. But other than that, I would not be working on it as of right now. But yeah, would be nice to have Blue on board for something. Definitely. I still want to make a co-op stream with Blue in the future, and if everything goes well, we will definitely do that. Also with you, by the way, Bess. With you too. I would love to have like a short stream series, at least for a game that we can share. And I mean, it could be Project Zombie, but it could also be something else. Maybe. If everything like works fine, if we find something that matches our interest, then it's a maybe, I guess. And there's something still open here. Something's still open over here. Oh, here. Snuck through here. You can see us in Project Soundbite. Yeah, I think I told you about a short idea, which was like trying to go to March Ridge. I don't know if you've been there, but in March Ridge, there's a building. It's a red building. It's really big. Like it's insanely big. It has many floors. It had 5 levels, and like a whole lot of apartment blocks in there. And there are like a whole ton of zombies in there. And I would just like to clear it out. I did it once with 2 people, like Ty and me. We did it together. I think Fino was kinda in it, but only a little bit. I think she died early and didn't join us on the next session. But we also played with low-level zombies, like not a high popularity. I would like to do it again with a higher popularity, and see if you could just survive in there together, because it's really stressful. It's probably the biggest amount of zombies I would guess you have seen in the game so far. So it's a really high challenge. But this entire building is like full with weapons, with good loot, because it's like a military, what was it? Like a military stationary place for the soldiers. So basically where the soldiers of Project Zombie live, I guess. So all their stuff is like in there. They have their apartments there. So you can find quite some loot. You never was there before. Yeah, it's kind of hidden on the map, I guess, because it's like on the south of our Rosewood. I remember my first time when I got there, I was just driving over the map with no real like I usually do, like with no real destination. And then when you get close to the end of the map, usually you see a lot of like wrecked cars. And I was speeding there. I was going really fast, and I had the skill trait where I can drive even faster, right? So I had like 120 miles per hour or something, and I went straight into the car wrecks there. And my character survived like with like 1% health or something, like with really just a digit of health. And my car was wrecked. And I was getting out, and I was basically in March Ridge, and I got fucked up. Oh, you started Octopath Traveler. That game has been on my wish list for a while, but I also like sometimes it's on sale, where I always feel tempted to get it. But you know, I have so many RPGs still open here. Like, not even kidding, I have so many JRPGs here, and they are so long that I try not to buy new ones, but sometimes I still do. But I have so many here. Like, I still have like I think 4 Tales of games. I still have 1.5 Star Ocean game. I have, except for Kingdom Hearts 1, I still have the entire Kingdom Hearts franchise here. And those are all games which I already have here, right? They are all games I have here for so many years. But yeah, so I try to work on my RPGs. Right now I'm finishing is the wrong word, but right now I'm playing Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. I really like it, but I don't get to play that game so much, and I'm not happy with the hair color. I have to have it a bit more dark. But yeah, I'm working on Infinite Wealth. It's really fun. But yeah, it's fun. But those RPGs usually are like 50-hour games after, right? I also want to get ready for Final Fantasy 12 and wanted to play that for the first time, but I think it's really long too. It's so long. I mean, eventually, hopefully, I will get them all done at some point. But yeah, also Persona 5, I haven't beaten it. I only played like 3 hours. I remember you told me you got the Platinum Trophy, so much respect for that. I don't think I would get the Platinum Trophy. I think I would not put that much time into it unless the game was like really, really blowing my mind. But I want to get back to that one too. But RPG-wise, yeah, I'm gonna finish Like a Dragon, and then probably going into Final Fantasy 12, I guess. Oh, 1 second. What is that? Yeah, but we will see. Also, I think right now I'm still playing Spider-Man 2. I'm still playing Spider-Man 2 as of right now. Really enjoying it. But again, I don't play it all that frequently. Still have to hunt my trophies, right? I have to catch you eventually. But you know what? I'm definitely gonna get the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster Platinum after we beat the game on stream. But I think I will do it off screen. I will do it for myself because it contains stuff like doing some grinding and getting all the chests, which maybe I will miss a few, but yeah, you have to get all the chests and stuff like that, which I think is not that interesting to see on stream. Oh, you played 1 and Miles Morales. I played the first one too, the first Spider-Man game. I really liked it back on PS4. And I thought that Miles Morales is just like a spin-off or something. I didn't think it is relevant to the story. That's why I didn't buy it. And then I started Spider-Man 2 recently when I got my PS5. And I was like, okay, it feels like I'm missing a lot because now he's actually right in there and is like the second main character. And I kind of regret that I didn't get the Miles Morales, but I thought it's just a spin-off, so I didn't play it. So I will maybe get it later, but that's the reason why I didn't play it first. But yeah, I'm getting the Pixel Remaster, definitely to Platinum, and then we will after Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, we will be playing Grandia on stream. By the way, I hope it's not bad for you because I know you recently played it. But I played the game so many times and I want to make a really, how do I say it? I want to break the game even more than I did last time when I played it. like how do I say that? I kinda turned Grandia inside out. Like I'm really deep into the inside of the game mechanics and stuff, because when we go on stream I can probably give some more intel on how mechanics work and stuff, and definitely gonna have it a platinum trophy run. I did buy Grandia for my 5th time just to get the platinum trophy on PS4. So we will play Grandia and get the platinum trophy in the stream. I will do everything, all the achievements on stream, kind of like we did for Okami too. I would even consider to do it for Grandia 2, but not back to back. Yeah, we will not play Grandia 2 right after Grandia 1. That we won't do. But yeah, we will do the platinum trophy for Grandia, probably starting at the end of February. I think we probably need 2 maybe 3 more Final Fantasy 1 streams. Like if we get really far with 2 streams, we could already see the credits in 2 streams. So basically next Friday we could maybe finish Final Fantasy 1. If not, it will take 3 streams instead. Yeah, but I think 3 streams is probably max. We probably won't need more than 3 streams at this point. And Resident Evil, I think, went really good yesterday. I feel like the actual game time was only like 100 minutes or something, but I think we did really well, really fast. And probably if I can keep the pace, I think it will be 2 more streams. Like if we can do the sewers, the entire sewers, and reach the beginning of the nest in the next stream, then we will definitely see the credits in 2 weeks. Yeah, I think then the credits are definitely possible. Okay, we have the flat colors. So of course we're still missing like, oh, by the way, oh no, I did. But we still need like a lot of shadows here. But I think the basic is not that bad. Also, since this character is younger than the rest, I wanted to make sure that he like doesn't go with a shirtless design. I thought about that too. So that's why he has a shirt under it. And also I wanted to have like them all have a different color basically. That's why I changed it to green here, purple here, blue here, and red over here. Yeah, main character, and those 3 are my side characters who are very important for the beginning of the story. Should we do some shadow now? I think it's good. We had like an hour of a stream here. I think that is all for today. Again, just checking out stuff over here on YouTube, and I really have to say the quality seems to be much higher here. Next time I will probably try it and see if I can stream in 1440p to see how the resolution everything goes. But I think it's probably possible. I also didn't have any problems with recording at the same time. Like YouTube definitely has better encoders for streaming than Twitch has, interestingly enough. It also gives you more bitrate if you're not a partner. I think affiliates can stream on a bit higher bitrate than non-affiliates can. I think you can stream higher. But yeah, those are things. And there was something else. What else was it? Yeah, basically the encoder is just a lot better, at least for AMD. I think AMD GPUs have an easier, better time on YouTube than on Twitch. But if you have like a really beefy graphic cards, it probably doesn't matter, or beefy like CPU, it doesn't matter. But like if you want to have it like more efficient, then I think YouTube, interestingly enough, gives you better options. But at the end of the day, it probably doesn't matter all that much. And probably it's more important where you want to have like your content and visibility. And to be honest, if I am not subscribed to somebody on YouTube, I never find any live streams. Like never. I don't know how to search for them even. I don't even know how to find a live stream on YouTube if I'm not subscribed to a channel. So that's way easier over on Twitch, at least for me. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this live stream up so we can probably compare the quality, and then I will probably take the part out where I was talking about the one subject about like promoting content with actual money, and maybe turn that into a video and just see back to back how much better the recording looks. At least that's the raw plan. And from there, probably whenever we're gonna go back into it, then I'm just gonna finish this one probably whenever we go back into it. Can't promise when. Definitely not this week. Already planning 2 more gaming streams, so there's that. But yeah, that's about everything. So at this point, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Luna. Thank you, Beth. Was amazing to see you here. What a surprise. And hopefully either see you in the Discord, see you on a different stream, see you on your stream, or whatever. You know how it goes. So thanks so much for watching, and until soon.